I'm here with Rutger van Zuidam, founder of Dutch Chain and founder of Blockchaingers. Rutger, let's first take a look at your t-shirt. Please show it to our camera. What does it mean, HODL?
Well, if you Google it, then you will find out. It can mean hold on for dear life. Let's just say I'm a really bad trader, and that for me, cryptocurrencies and especially also the blockchain world is not about making investments or that it would be any kind of investment asset or class or whatever. It's about what can we do with the technology, whether it is Bitcoin, whether it is Ethereum, IOTA, which doubled overnight last night, and I think if we stay at just trading the things, the tokens, then that would be just a shame. So I tend to spend my tokens a lot, including the Bitcoins. So I have some really expensive T-shirts, and I ate some really expensive sushi and pizza dinners and stuff like that. I don't do a lot of trading, so so that's what it is about, yeah.
It's a utility.
Not a big deal.
So about that technology, we've had an event here today with over 600 attendees, the technical deep dive. What did the attendees learn today?
Well, I can say what I learned is that the advancements, when we look at last year and where the different kind of blockchain technologies or whatever you want to call it, platforms, whether it is Azure or the IBM cloud platform or Hyperledger or IOTA, or which is fairly new to the game, I would say, but also Bitcoin, how it's making progress, the development of BigChainDB. What can you actually do with a parity wallet? How would an actually legally enforceable smart contract work, like Ethereum explained? I think what we learn is that we can build a lot of cool stuff already, which could not be built a year ago when we had the technology deep dive at Exact headquarters. And so what we've learned today is, I think that the technology is really enabling us to build the things we deem necessary for solutions, but also that the platforms behind it are growing more mature. It's still early days, but it's growing more mature, and it's getting really a solid foundation.
Okay, but there's so many of them. You mentioned Hyperledger, Azure, there's Bluemix, there's Bitcoin, there's Ethereum, there's IOTA, there's all sorts of stuff calling themselves blockchain or blockchain services. Do we need all those different flavors?
Probably not, but we have to try a lot of flavors in order to acquire a taste, so to say. I think that's where the phase where we are in right now. That a lot of people are trying, and I also think that a lot of people they might see a different or a better way than the current models that are out there. But then you can decide: do you create something new, or do you help the existing models moving forward? And I think doing the last thing is probably at this point the most interesting, because what you see is a lot of people choose the first thing, creating something new, also for just to make a lot of money, because a new crypto token is born, and people can invest in that. So I think the current platforms, they have so much potential, and we should really work with that and see how we can unlock that, and then move forward. We didn't start 10 internets or diverging all kinds of internets. No, it's what kept it together that made it strong. So in the end, I see that some of the platforms will gain so much traction that you want to be definitely in there. There are platforms that are basically like Azure, like some kind of a blockchain agnostic platform. But also you'll see highly specialized platforms that focus more on a certain enterprise solution. Yeah, I think that at this point it's nice to have that all around and to pick whatever you think works best.
Now we've completed the series of deep dive events. There's still some time until the actual hackathon takes place. What's next?
Yeah, so right now the website is open for teams to register. And we will confirm the first 4 teams for each track in February. And after that, in February and March, we will confirm the rest of the teams. We have in February we have, for all the tracks, we have a deep dive.
Okay.
So the track sponsors and partners, they organize their track deep dives, and we invite.
So these are specific to their use cases,
exactly, and their challenges. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So whether you're interested in the future of pensions, or digital global identity, or the machine-to-machine economy, or creating a safe society together with the Dutch National Police, for instance, to find out how we can build proof of evidence. Which I think can be a very interesting case to work on. Well, we have 7 tracks confirmed, and the 8th track is on its way, and so plenty of stuff to work on. And last time we had over 650 registrations within 3 weeks. So I think we have a bit more time. Which also gives us more time to curate the best teams. We already have teams from China coming in, from the US, from India, from some countries on the African continent, as well as Europe. And that's what already is coming in. I'm looking forward to see.
So if you're talking about curation, then my final question becomes very relevant. What would your tips be for anybody preparing to sign up and take part in a hackathon?
Have a multidisciplinary team. Have a clear team leader, a team captain. Have at least 2 full-stack developers on board. It also really helps if you have a user interface designer. Then, of course, because we allow 8 people for each team. If you can find a lawyer or somebody with legal knowledge, or somebody with the domain expertise from that particular track, of course that helps too. But it's also very important to have a plan. You don't want to enter an event. You want to enter something that where you can grow your business. So this is your opportunity to find a client.
It's like Kickstarters.
Yeah, it's more like a launch pad, a Kickstarter. And so also think of what are you going to work on, and have a plan afterwards. Because if you win, you get some money, sure, but we have over 100,000 euros of cash prize stimulus money, so that's not too bad. But in the end, it's all about what can you do after that, and can you launch the actual product. I think it's pretty cool that one of the teams that didn't even win last year but had very good results is in 3 or 4 months' time releasing their blockchain-based voting app for municipalities. And they built that stuff on the last hackathon, and now they're actually launching it. That's just one of tens of examples I can mention. So this really is a business generator. It really gets you going, because you can collaborate with your potential client and their clients. So for instance, when we had 2 teams last year working on a refugee identity, we got in the Red Cross, people who are in the Netherlands with a refugee status. They collaborated with the teams. I mean, that's the stuff we do for only 2 teams. So if you tell us about your bold ideas and your plans, then we can figure out how we can help you succeed, because that's what we are all about. Our mission is to unlock the potential of everyone that is taking place, doing their thing in this innovation program.
Sounds like a great challenge. Looking forward to it. Thank you very much.
Thank you.